Notorious Warriors here for Slap News pre-fight interview Power Slap number 4 with Kid Diamond Jewel Scott. How you doing, my man?
Pow! Doing freaking awesome, my brother. How you feeling?
Awesome, my man. You get the call. Cole Young is the name. How excited were you?
So excited. So excited. I would have taken any number above me, but definitely looking forward to moving past him.
Awesome. I mean, Cole came onto the scene with a lot of fanfare. Dana White got behind him, obviously putting him on his social there with his KO that he had in his rehearsal bout. We've seen that he's come into some trials and tribulations since. What have you seen in his game so far from what you've seen of Cole, both in person as well as seeing his matches on Rumble?
I actually had the pleasure of meeting him in person. I think we warmed up in the same locker room too, so I got to see him work a little bit. Nice guy, but he's not ready for me. I'm a completely different animal, especially right now. I've been training some stuff that I didn't even get a chance to show. So everything that I've seen from him, I've seen before, and I've been hit harder. So really
Yeah, I mean,
anxious to get in there.
yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your last matchup. Was it a bit of a letdown for you that you weren't able to truly show yourself out?
Yes and no. Uh, Easy money is always good. But at the same time, I trained super hard on that stroke,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted it to land clean and flush to see how it was gonna end up. So yes and no.
Gotcha, my man. I know last time, obviously you took a bit of time away. We talked about, the young guys not being ready for what you were going to bring. Once again, you're getting another young guy to go up against you, coming back in pretty short order here, 4 weeks apart or whatever it is, at this point. How excited are you to get there? And I mean, did the fight camp for you just continue on from what you were doing, or have you had to change anything in your training, your style to prepare for Cole versus your previous matchup?
I actually did not change anything. I did just keep right on training.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take any time off. Normally, I take a couple weeks off or a week or so off, depending on however taxing the competition was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take any time off because I didn't feel like I took any damage or put too much work in. Super easy weight cut. So I jumped right back into the gym Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, been working ever since. So now just trying to keep my weight ready. Trying not to eat too much.
Yeah. Do you feel the 170 is ideally where you want to be, or do you see yourself eventually trying to go back to 155 again?
I will never slap at 155
Okay.
again. I'm a 170 dog. I walk
Okay.
around
Okay.
about
Okay.
182,
Yeah.
183.
Okay.
Nah. There's no
Well.
reason to cut weight uh and power slap.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, the 170 guys are a little bit bigger than I am.
Yeah.
They're a little bit taller sometimes, but my power's there. So
Gotcha. I mean, I think even last time, I think you cut it pretty close for weight. Again, I know you were kind of notorious in the beginning for the road to the title for doing some pretty drastic weight cuts. And obviously, I know 155 was incredibly tough for you there also. Where are you kind of sitting weight-wise right now? Because, I mean, you're flying in on a bit of a shorter, fight week this time around. Are you prepared and sitting at a good weight right now?
yeah, about the same. I walk around about 180, 182.
Okay.
And 10 to 15 pounds, 10 to 12, 13 pounds, easy work, easy
Yeah.
work. Once you get above 15 pounds, you're in danger land. So uh, super comfortable right now.
Awesome, awesome. Did we get to see that the new strike from you last time? I mean, because I know it didn't hit flush and clean. I know you're a practitioner of the game, always trying to evolve it. You were one of the early guys to come on board and kind of patent that Mike Tyson swing that a lot of guys stole off you. Are you still holding some tricks in your bag for us?
So I am. I only got to show a little bit of a little bit of what I was working on, which was just the adjustment of the slap, not going so deep, but there's still a good portion that's left. I don't want to give too much away because I want to surprise people with it, but also I want to surprise my opponent with it. But small adjustment in the slap.
Okay.
I was going a little bit too deep. I'll say that. I was going a little bit too deep with the slap, and those guys being 5'11", 5'10", 6'1", like Fields was, that power at the bottom, I'm generating a lot of power at the bottom. And then at the end, I'm having to, basically guide it all the way in.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm losing the power at. So I'm just I just shortened it. And,
Gotcha. Yeah, I believe Cole Young's also a pretty tall competitor as well. I don't have it up in front of me here. I'll try and get up real quick. But, with those height discrepancies, do you think there is a need to be able to change and adjust the way that you strike going up a competitor who could be 4, 5, 6 inches taller than you?
So actually that kind of plays into my favor. I'm used to striking up. Just like Mike Tyson, where my strike kind of originates from. That's where his punches land. So that's where my overhand lands. So when people were saying, "Oh, it looked like you were reaching up," that's my shot anyway. That's my shot in MMA. I throw an overhand. So I think it lands really great.
Gotcha. Yeah. Cole Young's coming in at 5'11" right now. So.
Yeah.
Definitely a couple inches height discrepancy, but seems to be very close to where obviously Andrew was previously. Getting into Vegas, man, it must start feeling like home. You seem to be more and more comfortable every time you get there. I know they're putting you up in Circa. Once again, you're making that switch from the Palace. Do you feel like the league is progressing in a positive direction, making you guys feel more and more like true professional athletes?
They've treated us like royalty from the beginning. Honestly, the circus cool, but I don't need that kind of stuff. I'm not I'm not the party animal. Put me in a room, secluded. Let me get my rest. Get me to my appointments on time. And ready to perform, and I'm good. So, but yes, the sport is blowing up. The UFC, the slap section of the UFC is blowing up, steamrolling. So super excited about what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you've been around now for a little while. I mean, I don't want you to look past the fight, but where do you want to go after this match? And how long do you think we're going to see Kid Diamond around Power Slap for?
So, I mean, honestly, bro, I shouldn't have never been so far down in the rankings. I took it personally. These guys, I'm looking at their records. I'm looking at what they've done. I feel disrespected. So I'm gonna take it. Like I said, I'm gonna take it out on them. I feel like I'm number 2. If not number 1. Manuel is cool. He has put in the work, but at the same time, he can't take me either. So I'm just really anxious to get in there, get these numbers knocked down, and get to that belt. Because honestly, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that belt. I need that belt. I have to have it. I should have been competing for it coming out of the house. That still hangs over my head, keeps me awake at night sometimes. So I need that.
Awesome, buddy. You know what, man? I appreciate you joining me. One last question. Where can people follow you on social media going into it?
Jewel Scott on Facebook, jewelkd.js on Instagram, and Jewel606 on TikTok.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you. Much love, man. We'll see you there live in the flesh. Las Vegas coming up.
Thank you so much, bro.
Travel safe.